So welcome peeps and peepettes. Today we're playing Farm Simulator for the very first time. Me and Chris start off here with nothing and we begin running to the store, buy our first bit of equipment and looking ridiculously awesome while doing it. I decide I want to take a car, but Chris reminds me this is not Grand Theft Auto, I cannot steal cars. So let's get to the store and see what we can purchase. Once looking at all the farming equipment available, we make the wise choice to purchase a car. And once I've spruced it up a little bit, we decide to get on our way. Albeit 46 grand later, but it doesn't matter when your car looks this red. Unfortunately though, when Chris tries to get into the car, we soon discover that it is only capable of carrying one person at a time. Although we did try other methods of getting two people in this vehicle, it did appear that we were shit out of luck. Although I must admit it did give us a few seconds of entertainment at least.
This goes up. This goes down. This goes up. This goes down.
We then tried to return it to the showroom, but the salesman kindly told us to F off, pointing out that even though the vehicle is only a few minutes old, the tail lift is showing too much sign of wear. Chris decides to buy field 28 as it is ready to harvest already, so there's minimal work required on our part, but then discovers he has no permission to actually make any purchases. So being the top equal rights employer that I am, I decide to upgrade all his terms of contract. This later proves to be a mistake, but it sure felt good at the time. Even though it sucks that Farm Simulator forgot to add support for more than one person per vehicle, it's good to see they didn't forget the important stuff like hydraulics, so not all is lost after all. Once again we try and get Chris inside the car, but failing on that, I decide to promote him to farm manager just so he's not feeling totally left out. He then exercises his new rights and buys us a field, number 28. We thought we'd start off small, and then a harvester to go with it. And seeing as the field we purchased was already ready for harvesting, Chris bought a head to go on our harvester so we can get right to work.
I bought the wrong head, haven't I?
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. Just wiggle in. What the hell?
Ah, there we go. Touch. Boom, we're in.
Yeah.
Right, let's go to farm 28 then. Where's on the map?
Now we're in business. So with that sorted, we proceed to head left toward our newly bought field. And after a short drive, we realized we were actually going the wrong way and should have turned right. And with that, we were on our way to our newly bought field. We arrive nicely at our newly bought field, ready for harvesting, and everything is looking up in the world of Farm Simulator. We decide then we need to buy a tractor ready to cultivate this land once we've pulled it all up. So I set off on a mission to buy a tractor, but realizing it's quite the run, I'll try and take a car. Unfortunately for me, the car was going the wrong way, so my next option is to find a car going the right direction and try and hitch a ride. Unfortunately though, it doesn't work out as planned, so I end up on foot running all the way to the shop. And that's when Chris announces,
They won't let me harvest.
followed shortly after by,
Doesn't do corn, mate.
and then finally,
Ah, no. I know what it needs. It needs lime.
I then proceed to buy a tractor just because it looks so badass. Not really caring too much about money at this point, because it's not often in a game you start out as a millionaire. To my surprise, it turns out Chris is behind me in the store currently, shopping and finding new ways to spend more of our money. First up, we end up with a giant tank. I soon clip that to the back of my vehicle, and also a bag of lime, which at this point we have no idea how we're going to spread. But I'm sure if you were driving past us right now, we would be looking all levels of professional.
I'll go a bit further forward. Right, now to give you option of 5.
So after nearly knocking Chris down and killing him in a careless act of love, we've decided to proceed back to the farm where I destroy some more crops. We got all the tools but none the brains.
Yeah, and to pick that lime up, we're going to need a front loader. So we're going to have another tractor.
So we decide to head back to the store to rectify our mistakes. And we have a little race on the way. And Chris keeps up surprisingly well. After another failed attempt at hooking up the line, I have the wonderful idea of using our car to load it into the back. So off I go again to fetch the car. I then detach the trailer and I'm on my way. Only getting slightly delayed by a road traffic accident, which at first seems like there is no way out of this mess. I soon untangle myself and start to get on my way to continue my mission. Hello. Where are you going?
I get the tractor, because we're going to need a front loader.
After further failed attempts to use my beast of a car to get this lime on board, Chris decides to purchase another thing for the tractor.
Oh no, mate, we got the wrong tractor for this. Oh no, I lied.
And when it seems like we are finally getting somewhere,
No.
realizing that this method is not working out for us at all, we decide we will just push it all the way back to the farm. That's the way. Not like that. You do a circle now. Oh, that's the way. Look at us farming.
Pushing a big box of lime down the road with a tractor.
Take it away. Oh no, you're backing now. I got it. Whoop-a-doo. There we are. Easy. Now what do we do? After delivering the lime to the plants, they didn't want it. We then have an important managers meeting and decide to solve our problem. We will just turn off lime inside the menu. And after I get wrapped up in a little online dating, I then find the lime setting to turn off all of our lime related problems. Chris then nearly kills me, and then we go back to work. And now to all of your surprise. You working?
Nope.
What? You should have got the right speed or right setting.
Mate, it's got on and off like.
We then decide to start troubleshooting. Turn it off, put it back on again. We soon got bored of troubleshooting and decided it was time for us to start from scratch. So the plan was to level the whole field and start from scratch, but Chris was getting ambitious.
Maybe buy the field next door as well and do the both at the same time.
Oh no, let's get this one field going first. We then purchased this motorbike looking thing and decided to get on our way.
We'll have every bit of equipment now. There we are.
And then we figured out how it works and got to work wrecking the field next door, but also wrecking our own field. But at least we were now making progress.
Oh no, they're gonna go. We're gonna plant wheat instead, mate. That's why I bought a seeder so we can seed wheat.
Really?
Yeah, mate, because we bought a harvest that doesn't harvest corn.
I then spent the next hour going round and round doing a beautiful job. But this did give us an opportunity to have an important manager's chat and decided to sell our vehicle and instead buy something more useful.
Nobody said it would be easy. Hello.
And in case you're wondering, yes, that is a baler. We may not have sown any seeds yet, but a baler was definitely the next must-have thing on our list. There was a small snag though.
So, oh, I can't sell a line.
Oh, should have come in handy.
To be fair though, mate. I mean, we blinking. We pushed it all the way up a road in the car. Like, I'm sure you wouldn't buy that either.
But Chris was definitely in the mood for shopping.
Oh, I know what else we need as well. A thing to pick up the bales.
So we worried about that when we got bales. we haven't even deleted all these yet. Have we got seeds?
They should come with the seeder. I've not had to buy seeds yet, but I don't know. So
Surely you've got to buy seeds. There's seeds in the shop. I saw it. Sure it
no,
is.
you dumped it already in the seeder.
Really, Chris? Really? If anybody drives past and sees us, we probably look professional.
No, when they see the state of our field.
So, attempt number 1 of sowing seeds. I will say myself, it did not go as planned.
Go on, do oats, why not?
Sowing the seeds of love, the seeds of love. Oh, did all that and I didn't turn it on. Shit. Good job, it was just one line. What if I did the whole field? Nothing's growing, Chris. Oh shit, I'm turning the solar on.
What was you saying? We look professional, but
Looks good from a distance.
we're standing there like 3 months later. Why haven't it grown?
Rich, so we're still full. What? Attempt number 2 was looking much better. That was, of course, until I made a major discovery. And on the bottom of my screen I got oat and it's got 0%.
Yeah, that's what you're picking up.
I'm not picking anything up.
Exactly, that's why it's not.
Oh. But no matter how much I tried to shrug it off, it just kept bothering me. It's 100%. Doesn't say anything about oats, mate. Can't see anything in them and they're empty.
What?
I'm sure they're empty. There's nothing inside when they open the covers up, like.
Yeah, we're not laying anything, mate.
Ah!
We need to go get seeds. Go to the shop and get seeds.
So once again off I set. God nugget. On an adventure to get some seeds. So we can actually get this show on the road once and for all.
See how I bought a cheap tractor and you end up using it. It's great, isn't it?
Yeah. If I buy these seeds and it turns up in a big white square.
Don't worry, mate. We got the line, yeah? Yeah, well, I accidentally pressed Q, chucked my plough machine off, and carried on driving down the field, not ploughing shit.
Yeah, see, we didn't have a lime spreader. That's why we couldn't do anything with that big bag. Big bag of lime. So I made the purchase for $900, and hopefully this will be the answer to all our problems. Refill sower. Oh. Yeah. It's full.
One more, you know?
It's full. It's full. It's full.
That's what we need, mate. That's what we need.
2 compartments are full. 2 are empty. Right. Seed is lowered. Here we go. Hang on. Go. And success. We finally started to get our field sown for the first time. In fact, things started going so well that we decided to purchase the field next door, Field 29, and even hired a worker, who we named Tim.
You're off my field.
I was wondering how that came on by itself. I thought I was driving. I did a whole strip and then realised it turned on by itself.
Tim. Tim the worker.
He's not gonna...
So I've done all my field on my own, and you've got a worker doing yours. You're sitting on a fag.
I'm supervising.
You may as well get him to do his field as well.
Tim, fancy doing? Aye. It's the
You,
last
still,
trip, no?
you know you can get out to the thing when he's working, right? Press E. We just paid him 154 bucks.
Oh yeah, cheap labour that is, mate. No, he stopped.
No, he's not. He's blocked by an object.
Oh yeah, me. Sorry, mate. Go, crack on. As you were. Although we did have our doubts about Tim. Where's he going now? Let's see, you can rob old tractor now.
Can you imagine that? Just
Gets off down the road. Bye bye.
disappears in the road of the tractor. Look how patchy you made yours, mate.
I took over for Tim for a bit, but Chris just wasn't liking my line keeping skill.
Just park him up in a corner and just say, hiya worker.
Hiya worker.
Two of us here watching him do all the work. You're doing
Tim.
really well, mate.
Yeah, go on, Tim.
Right, when you're hooked up, is there an option there to pull the roof off?
Yes, open cover. Oops.
Right, open the cover.
Seeing as Tim was doing such a great job, we decided to play around with the tipper because we hadn't used this before. We then take a look at the prices, which are going up very slowly but surely. I then discover that I'm holding a flashlight, always welcome. Chris then decides to stand on my head. But the fun and games are short-lived as we realize we've only made 800 euros for the day and discover we have a £250,000 loan that neither of us remember taking out. And then finally, as a last-ditch effort to save our lime, we decide to try and fill it up in the cedar, which fails to work just like pretty much everything else we've done today. So that is it, guys. That is our farm, the birth of something great. I hope you have enjoyed as much as we did. The only thing left now is for Chris to be abducted by aliens, and we will see you next time. Ciao blau.